Alright, so March was probably the lowest point of performance I've ever had so far in this year. I talk a lot about highs and lows and riding the wave, and there's a common saying I say, which is by King Solomon. He had it within the inner line of his ring. This too shall pass. I said that many times last month and on my 5 minute journal, and listen, I got through it, but just the progress that I'm about to show you guys today in this video is just don't expect much. That's all I'm going to say. So let's get straight on with it. Let me give you a recap for the month. I had the 8-figure personal brand challenge. That's finished. That's out of the way. It's done. The 45-day air mastermind, I believe, is finished, but there's just some communication at the moment. Like even this month, on the 7th of April, the team doesn't know where the resources are. I have to go back and forth with support at the moment, but yeah, apparently it's still ongoing. If that is so, I'll have to be billed on the 12th for it. So another $30 for the scaling plan. Yeah, it is what it is. But if I don't have to, then I'll just cancel that, and that will be the end of that challenge. I'll let you guys know on the April goals report. Next thing is I attended a email marketing webinar. I believe it was called Incremental Revenue. It was just some random one I found while I was prospecting, and they were just going through that. It was super like nitty gritty. I could not actually understand barely a single thing that they said, but I got through it either way. Next thing is I continued writing my onboarding funnel, building the funnel and writing the script. I know I talked about that on the last goals report, and I was like, I'm going to finish it within a week. Turns out not. There's a lot more that goes into it. I've built the skeleton for it. I've built the structure of it in Flowsy. But in terms of writing the script, I'm writing it word for word at the moment. For when I need to just record with my face, or I need to record a welcome video and using slides. At the moment, I'm having to create some slides for the welcome video, introducing the onboarding process. Maybe in another video, I'll show you guys it once it's done and it's all finished. But yeah, for now, I'm continuing to have to work on that. Had daylight savings. I guess this isn't really like any progress, just, what happened. I had daylight savings. So if you guys do not know, that's DST. It's this thing where pretty much people wind your clocks. Like not every country participates in it. I've had a few issues just with calculating, synchronizing times as it changed, but pretty much just time shift back. Time moves forward an hour, and then like a couple months later, which happened like last Sunday, time moves back 1 hour just to compensate for like just something to do with time. So pretty much how that affected my overall day for past couple of days was, at one point I was waking up at 7:30 and I was going to bed at 12:30. I always get 7 hours of sleep. I don't want to do more than that, and I don't want to do less than that. So that's why my sleep is just really strict, and I try to get to bed as soon as possible and fall asleep just on time. But yeah, maybe that's something I should consider. But sunrise was at like 7:30. I went to bed at 12:30, and that just gave me more time to refine my SBA. I'm still going through that. If you guys don't know SBA worksheet, if you're on DL, it's if you know thing. See, believe, achieve. Just a workbook I'm working on, and I still haven't created it yet for this year. I'm just iterating. I'm going through the Wikipedia and just proofreading it. Next thing is, towards the end of the month, I joined Iman's Make Money Online Challenge as a VIP, and also I joined the Millionaire Mindset program. By the time you guys see this, it should be still running, but for anyone who's watching this, a year later, or a year later, a month later, you won't find this stuff since the event will be over. But pretty much just the Make Money Online Challenge is about digital products. WAP, given that he's now a co-founder of WAP, this digital product platform, pretty much to host your info products, all that kind of stuff. They've done over $1 billion earned with their creators, which is pretty cool. I've checked it out before. Don't really like the UI, to be honest. It's a little clunky and it's a little like messy. Like it like the shapes look nice and whatnot. I'm not a web designer by any means. I'm not an expert at this, but just my opinion is it's just very, very boxed in, very like cluttered, and just like there's stuff everywhere for no reason. Like if they could do a revamp on that stuff, that'd be great. So pretty much I joined the Make Money Online Challenge as a VIP, so that's $97. And also I joined a program, this small little mini info product that Iman made. 8 modules, 8 quizzes, you get a certificate at the end of it. I've already completed it. I could put it up on the screen for you guys, why not? That was also another $29. I'm speaking US here, so that's about 200 in my currency in Australia. Honestly, I've completed it and I'm still a VIP waiting for the event that's happening at the end of April this month. Honestly, I'm already considering about just refunding it. So then again, just same reasons as last time, and just I'm being a little bit more stingy, and just making sure my money goes to the right place so that I have the best odds this year. So moving on, connected with a few people, just a few valuable people, really, like people who were in industry leading companies, people from the 8-figure personal brand challenge that were just super high level people. I can't list the names honestly, but just I look at them for guidance. I look at them for respect. They're like mentors to me, virtual mentors to me. You could put it that way. Just kind of like, I guess, I don't really network that much. I don't personally do. I prefer to just work and just, focus on my work. And I think all that networking stuff is just quite trivial. But yeah, I guess I networked, whatever. I watched the recording of the monthly call with Iman that we had for March. Wasn't able to attend it. I remember waking up and I just like, fuck this. I'm too tired. I need to go to bed. So I just went to bed and just watched the recording afterwards anyway, since the recording section in DL is now finally open. Like they had it open for other programs, but I don't know, it just took them a little long to do it. It took them like, swear, almost 12 months to get it out. And speaking of DL, we also have a new DL coach for sales. Not that I'm in sales for any reason, but just saying it, since we had a 7-figure call, I wasn't able to attend. I watched the recording, which is JJ Hernandez. You can find him on YouTube. He's in sales. Apparently he was I think a student success manager or just one of the sales coaches, previously on the former iterations of Educate, the education company. But yeah, guess he's come back. I miss Scott, honestly. I prefer Scott, but hey, I'm not in sales anyway, so who am I to judge? Next thing is Flowsy billing issues. So there was just some freezing issues. I wasn't billed on March the 12th or like the 8th when I expected it to. I keep track of all this on my calendar. So I came out, reached out to support, and pretty much what happened was for the 45-day AI mastermind, I just had to do it with an alternative Stripe link. But then with, funnily enough, with my, my main account for my main agency, Channel Marketing, I actually got out of it because I guess I was being kind, courteous, patient. They recognized that. They actually gave me 2 months of just free billing pretty much until May. So yeah, that was super cool. Got 2 months of just free flows, so that saves me about $60. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but that means a lot to me just because I'm working on a tight budget at the moment. Is it the end of the world? Is it, the greatest thing in the world? No, obviously, but just a kind gesture. It was nice. So next thing is I rejigged my Instagram following / accounts in terms of just like who I was following, and just because, guys, I don't use Instagram really for all this like scrolling, looking at other people, looking at everybody's stories. I do some of it from time to time. I look at the people who I actually care about and I want to stay in touch with, or who follow me. And pretty much I kept them, and then I just moved the rest onto a private account. You guys don't need to know about that. It's just a private account. I put all my like personal followings, my stuff that I like, brands that I like. It's not like I go on it and look at the stories or scroll through the post. The only time I'd ever look at stories is if I'm on my personal account and I'm intentionally looking at specific people who I genuinely respect and I listen to, I look up to, and I observe, I got them in there. And the rest is just on a private account. That being said, guys, the personal account, it's still private, but what I'd like you guys to do is before I make it public in the next maybe next week, the next few days. I know I said that before, but I would do my best to really get it out this month and just, make it public. But if you guys could just go ahead and follow that. I've put it now on my channel just today, and I'll put it below in the description. So if you just go ahead, guys, I document and I share my journey on here. I guess just the personal account is just more so for the more like up-to-date stuff. I don't want you guys obviously to be spending, fucking looking at all my stories. I'm sure you guys have work to do, but it would mean a lot to me just since I'm trying to get it up. And once I move followings from an old account and delete that account, I'll be able to move on and make it public, finally open it up, and let all of you guys through, and then just start really showing you guys even more of my life, just being more transparent, that kind of stuff. So I'll leave that down in the description. Go ahead and follow it. If not, pop it up here. I don't know, like a QR code, that would really help. But yeah, just reject my following, and that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get to the goals. The performance on this month for March is just horrible, absolutely horrible, and I'm not proud of it whatsoever, but what can I do? It's in the past now, and the best thing I could do is just do better this month. So here is the goals report, starting with outreach, which is to send 1,000 messages a month. For this month specifically, it should have been 1,023 outreach messages. Did I send that? Not even close. I'm going to pop up on the screen the messages I've sent, how many conversations I've got, so responses, and then the response rate will be calculated. But I believe I sent like 4 or 5 messages and I got 2 conversations, 3 replies. It kind of averages out to 50% reply rate, which sounds super good, except for the fact that in total I've sent maybe like 20 outreach messages in 3 months, and I was supposed to set and do 3,000. Yeah, that's how it's doing. Guys, I promise for this month, I really, really just want to hunker down and just getting used to, just getting used to outreaching and comfortably doing it. I really think, trust me, it will get better from here. Mark my words, by the end of the year, I will have thousands. So yeah, it just gets really boring. That's really what it is. It's just really boring. And it's just not the, obviously the most, exciting thing to do, but I understand. Just got to think logically here. It's the way I'm going to get clients and get people to be able to generate a cash flow income from my service-based business, my agency, my email marketing agency. So, sooner or later I have to dial it up and start hitting my numbers every single day in terms of prospecting, in terms of outreach, and that doesn't even include like following up. Now, content creation, I believe for this month I uploaded not anything. Like I'm sorry. March is just not a good look at myself. I was meant to upload 4 videos. So so far I've uploaded like maybe 9 or 10 videos or so. And at this point I should have uploaded about like 13, 12 videos. Looking at here, 13 videos. I should have uploaded 13 videos so far. And I have probably like 9 or 10. So pretty far behind. Hopefully I can speed up the frequency this month. But yeah, this month, like my last month, I did not meet since the start of the year. I've just been slowing down more and more, so not too good. However, with goal 3, at least it's a little bit better. I guess reading is just one of the more passive, more kind of easier goals to get through so far. So for March, I finished the book The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. I finished that actually super early. I finished it, I believe, on the 21st of March. And I just went on to my next book as soon as possible. Yeah, hopefully I'm just going to carry that momentum, make sure I just finish books early. And instead of just trying to get takeaways out of it, I'll just put that as a nice to-do task. Usually I have a lot of time, at least like 2 hours at the end of the night, just to wind down and just do something light, easy, and usually that is my list of nice to do tasks. Given that at the moment it is backlogged and there is 10 pages worth of just little tasks written down, little things that from my mind that I haven't been able to get to yet because I've been working on my SBA and trying to get that done. Eventually, once I get this out of the way, it will be like removing a dam and just letting it all overflow, and then I'll get it done, and I'm sure I'll cut it down. But yeah, I digress. Finished the book for March, The Way of the Superior Man. It really did just change a lot of things mentally for, thinking about manhood, about the dynamics between men and women, sexually in a relationship, just seeking your highest purpose. If you guys have read the book and you've been able to apply it or take away from it, and or at least you understand, you resonate with the stuff, you can understand really, like, when you apply it, it's powerful stuff. So finish that book. Let's get on to the character goals. Now this is really where I fell off. For the first character goal, or technically the fourth goal, you could say, accomplish morning routine. This month I achieved that 6 out of 31 times. So out of 31 days, I achieved it only 6 times, where I woke up, did my workout, meditate, pray, and then get to my work. And usually I'll have a protein shake, and usually I'll have a coffee or something. But yeah, just this month, if you guys can just grasp this for a second, like, for it to be 6 times that I accomplished my morning routine, that means 25 days I overslept, or I just wasn't able to get a workout done by 9 a.m. or even 8 a.m. when I was still waking up at 6:30 before it was 7:30 and whatnot. I usually like to just time my wake up times like 5 minutes before sunset. I don't like the fact that, like, I wake up and it still feels like it's nighttime. I just like my body's response is just to go to bed. So yeah, it doesn't make sense for me too much. I know how disappointing that is. As you guys know, while I upload sometimes, growth orientated content, guys, at the end of the day, as my banner says, sharing the growth, sharing the journey as I grow. And that really is what it is. It's about just my journey, about just doing things for myself. And because of that, like, the ethos of this channel is just being honest, being transparent, while I show you guys what it's like for me to build my agency at the age of 18 years old to, a livable income, hopefully this year. Yeah, at the moment, it's, that's the stat for goal 1, which is just 6 out of 31. Again, I'll also put the calculated ratio, the percentage, and then obviously overall tallied with since the year so far. And the next thing is character goal 3, or the 6th goal for this year, which is have focused, productive work days. Again, the criteria for that is for at least one of my most important tasks ticked off, which is on work block 1 or work block 2, and then have at least one thing ticked off on work block 3 and work block 4, which is more so like the admin kind of management stuff. Usually work block 3 is content creation, work block 4 is admin stuff like self-education, and then doing a nice to-do task for that night, which currently at the moment, so far 3 months into the year, that has just been refining my 2025 SBA worksheet on Canva. Definitely in a future video, once I get it done, I'll just show you guys a little bit of it, like kind of like the aesthetics of it, I guess, and what I changed. But it's kind of like just it's a little inside thing in like DO. It's just, if you know, kind of stuff. So all to say that I will show you guys this stuff. I'm not gonna hide anything. This is about me documenting just my day-to-day life and everything. But for character goal 3, or the 6th goal, I only had 10 productive, focused work days out of the month. So that's just 4 extra more than the morning routine. So they kind of, they work in cohesion. If I don't have a good start to the morning, usually then I won't necessarily have a good start to the workday. maybe that's an excuse, maybe I'm bullshitting myself, but I just see it, commonly the trend is if I don't accomplish my morning, my energy is just off and I just can't focus properly during the day. Light hasn't gone into my eyes and I'm just hopping straight onto work. Like, I really don't like the idea of like eating the frog and like, you should just get up and then like fucking get to your work and just start cranking out 6-hour work days before you work out. And listen, maybe it calls for some people, maybe their life situation calls for that, but for me personally, and I think for everybody else, you should wake up and realize you're not going to be at your best as soon as you wake up. You're still crust in your eyes, you're still trying to fucking wake up, and the best thing you can do is just slowly like have an on-ramp for stuff. Like, just do something easy. I do the 5-minute journal on my paper tablet before I get to my workout. That kind of just switches on my brain before I work out. And then I put on my clothes, go work out for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, however long it takes. And then I go have a shower, I go meditate, I go pray, very easy things. And that allows me to really seamlessly just integrate and get straight to the work. It's kind of like running blocks. You want to set up running blocks in the morning before you go ahead and you work. So then as soon as you lift off those running blocks, you hit the ground fucking running. And that's what I agree with. I don't like the whole eat the frog, this, that. I haven't read the book. I believe there's a book on it. For me personally, I just think it's a bit like the, like the hard grind hustle culture, we had a few years ago where everyone's like, fuck your feelings, this, that. And it's a bit silly. It's a bit irrational. It just doesn't really make sense. That's just what I personally think. That's my opinion on it. For goal 2, last month was like 59%, 62%, looking from here. So I guess it will be like on average for both 55%. Not looking good. That being said, anyways, guys, let's move on to the goal changes. As you can see it behind me, the sun is already set. Goal changes, there aren't any, just except for, honestly, since Q1 is finished, quarter 1, so the first 3 months are finished, it is now Q2 of the year. I just think I need to reflect upon my progress. I just want to go and reflect on, given now that it's quarter 2, it's April, so now Q2 will be from April to, I believe, like June, I believe, until end of June to July, then that's Q3. I just want to reflect on my whys, just really think about those again and really go over my goals and just say, am I working enough? And I know from this video it's obvious, but I just want to spend some time to reflect on that and really just consider and really just take a deep think, an honest look at myself and see how I could do better for this month and the next month and the next month beyond that, and really start to kind of level things off for Q2 and make sure I'm just back on track to achieve my goals and I'm on the trajectory to achieve my goals by the end of the year. Yeah, not any specific goal changes. So let's move on to the recalibrations. So the scope for next month, or technically this month. Yeah, as I said, consider and just lean more on my whys for my goals. There is a why and a reason for every single goal that I've written, including the character goals. So I just need to lean more on those. Let me just put on my glasses here. Just give me a second, guys. Pop this on. Love these. This is just my favorite colorway, no matter what. Next recalibration is just focus prospecting and outreaching on my desktop for now and just seeing how that goes. Originally, the reason why I got so distracted with Instagram was just quite frankly because I said I was going to do outreach. And listen, maybe I'm just being a little bitch again, but I go on Instagram and like you have to go through the explore page, and I swear the explore page is my worst fucking enemy because there's just shit that like I know is shit, but just like once you go on one reel, it just compounds and you go on a spiral and then like you're just not thinking. This is just part of it, yes, is my focus and also you guys gotta realize Instagram is a multi-billion-dollar tool designed to get as much screen time and attention out of you as possible. Guys, we live in the attention economy And really, wherever attention goes, that's where money flows. That being said, it is super distracting, even though the functionality in the search is so much better. I think just for this month, it doesn't even need to take a month. It could be a week of just consistently prospecting and outreaching and just seeing how that goes. And if that goes well, just stick to desktop. It's way easier. I just don't scroll on my desktop. So yeah, I'll just focus prospecting and outreach on desktop. And hopefully, guys, I will aim for this month to do more follow-ups. You guys will see that. Also, by the way, for March, I had like 30 follow-ups. Yeah, for this month, I will get up my messaging. I will get up my follow-ups. I will get up my interactions with people. Hopefully get more data, more numbers out of this. Yeah, that's that. Next thing is reimburse refunded money back into self-education and, reoccurring costs like my agency software. I said before, towards the end of the review that I did about the 8-figure personal brand challenge, I think around like 17 minutes, 18 minutes, made it clear up front that I refunded the money. So that gave me back about $300 US, so $500 in my currency. That is a lot. And I plan to just reimburse that money into self-education. And I put it into the VIP for the Make Money Online challenge, and also completed a program, this little mini course that Iman made. But it was good. It was simple. And I've took notes. I've saved all the videos, and definitely will be going back on that in the future and then properly applying it. But for now, I completed it. Pop up the certificate. I'm super proud. I'll put it on my story at some point. I completed it. It's done. It was like 8 modules, super easy, like 10 minutes on average per module. So I just did 1 module a day as per usual. Did the quick quiz on WAP because it was hosted on WAP. All well and done. All for $46, $29 US. Really not much. But yeah, I'll just see what I think about with, I don't know, refunding that or not. I know it sounds so fucking stingy, and I hate the idea of being frugal and, being fucking pretty much dollar pinching everything. I guess just at my situation, it just calls that every single dollar just needs to go in the right place. And yeah, I just need to be ruthless with this kind of stuff. Hope you guys understand. I'm not rich by any means. I'm just middle class. I've lived a pretty normal life. I'm not poor by any means, but in terms of my, say my bank account, I've never seen more than $2,000 in it. I don't have a savings account. I don't have any. One day I'll tell my story in full detail. It's not some crazy shit where I had to swim from Antarctica to survive. It's upbringing that I take to learn from and become a better person in. So let's move on. Finish up the 45-day AI mastermind, whether that is canceling it. I've already paid like 2 months for it, as I expected. But if I had to pay for another, so be it, to get the recordings and the resources, so be it. It is what it is. But yeah, just finish that. Get all the resources for, AI automations, all that stuff. Just working with the Flowsy support to get the resources imported into my workspace. At the moment, I'm just having problems. I had to send a loom of like showing the fact that like my brain, just every time I click on it, if you actually put up on the screen of the loom, it just sent me back to the dashboard. Yes, something's happening. I don't know. Flowsy's breaking down, but I wouldn't have any other tool, to be honest. That is really like 75% of my agency. So next thing is attend 2 webinars from prospects. I looked over my calendar while I was writing this, and I signed up to like 2 webinars just from prospects. The way I prospect and I outreach, and this is in no fault to the numbers that I'm currently doing, that's just me being fucking lazy. The way I do it is very unconventional, I would say. It's framework based. It's very flow with the conversation. It's not like a one-line script. It's a Socratic conversation from messaging them to literally just having a chat with them and going through, where their business is at really quickly, and then eventually leading to the call. Now, I haven't gone that far yet, but that is my idea with it. We'll just have to see with just how focused I am this year, how far I can get this month. Eventually fit things like testing, different frameworks, different scripts. I'm just looking on my yearly planner for that goal specifically. Yeah, for the why I gave for Q1 was to stabilize daily operations. Did I do that? No, unfortunately, so it's gonna have to carry over to this month. I know this fucking video is just so depressing, but guys, I promise you I'm in a good mood. Genuinely, I just have to record this video and it's 6:30 now and it's dark and it's just, I need to get shit done right now. Q1, I said to stabilize daily operations. I didn't stabilize daily operations, so I really just need to dial it in for April and send 990 outreach messages, upload probably more than 4 videos, let's be honest, to make up for the lack of the past few months. And yeah, just keep reading. Pretty standard stuff. But yeah, I can't optimize, I can't scale anything, I can't iterate, I can't do any split testing because I just haven't been able to dial in what I'm already doing, and I'm just doing one thing, like one framework, one thing, and that's what I'm using. So I think it's just, guys, really just the reason for my performance was, and I've been able to hold off so far in this video, I'm going to say it now. Summer is over, it's autumn now, it's getting colder, and I know that I just do better in colder season, and I'm confident that I will do better through autumn and through winter, and listen, maybe even spring. If it's not too bad. I'm sure I'll get a lot of work done, a lot of focus done, and have a consistent morning routine, work out properly, which is just, like basic things for an adult, which I still haven't mastered at my age. It's just being honest with you guys, I'm not gonna lie about it. I tried my best, but yeah, I guess the heat got to me. Yeah, I won't be able to optimize, do any of that stuff, but yeah, just keep on working, keep chipping away at it. I'm sure I'll get on track at some point. The next thing within the scope for April is, of course, the Make Money Online Challenge. It's a 5-day challenge, 5 days of just actionable stuff about digital products, how to start your info business, your first offer, probably about coaching, and then eventually probably like something to do with WAP, maybe another program, maybe stuff like that. We'll see. Yeah, guys, other than that, if there is just some final notes for this, really, I guess my mentality for this month is just, it really does, like, focus and having a focused workday just really starts with, I said really a lot, but it really starts with the night before. And I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. If I want to have a good day, it really does start with the night before and making sure that I read 30 minutes before, technically an hour before bed, and then get to bed within 30 minutes and get 7 hours of sleep so that I wake up and I can get up with a clear mind, and there's not that monkey in my brain when I wake up and I'm so sluggish and I'm so tired and so exhausted that I just want to go back to bed, and then I oversleep and then I have a bad day, and then it just kind of goes in a cycle and it just kind of stacks on top of each other. It's just not good. And it really just starts with the night before, waking up in the morning and making sure that I get my workout in, because I've noticed just with my energy, like even though I get 7 hours of sleep, if I don't get my workout done in the morning, my energy is just not there. It's just not dialed in. It's not focused. I'm not feeling sharp enough when I get to my desk. Like I need to just like move my body and just make sure I kind of get that first initial energy out before I can get to my work and just sit down and just relax and just focus. I don't know, I guess, all that to say, it's just my energy needs to be kind of cathartic. I just need a place to let that energy somewhere, or otherwise I can't control it. I can't put it into focus and really focus on my desk. If I have a good day, sit here literally from 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. or 10 p.m., an hour before bed. It's not like sit here down for 12, 13, 14 hours. Obviously I have breaks in between, and I get up and whatnot for dinner and just normal human stuff, but I work a lot and I just need to be able to have a level head at all times during my work to stay focused with just so much on my plate, from my agency to prospecting to content creation to my nice to do tasks to self-education every single day. It requires things to be stable more often than not than you guys realize. You know, as you guys seen from this month, it's just been absolutely shit. Like, it's not a joke when I oversleep as well. It's like, I'm not in like no sleep debt or anything, but when I oversleep, I sleep for 10 hours, 11 hours, rarely ever, but it has gotten to just me sleeping for 12 hours. And it sounds ridiculous, but it happens when I oversleep. Just being honest with you guys, mentality starts with the night before, and the morning routine is more important than anything. If anything matters more, the most important 8-9 hours of my day, it isn't my work, it is my sleep, and then getting up in the morning and doing my morning routine, which takes an hour and a half. And then I'll be able to get to my desk with a level-headed mind. I'm not like distracted or just feeling, just not here. Just being able to do that workout in the morning, it just gets my mind racing, gets my body ready to go for work. I need to have a stable routine and just work so well and so focused that by the end of the night, when I lay my head on my pillow, I have peace of mind that I did everything I could for this day. I know that at that point, when I've done the most I can and I've done all the hard cognitively demanding tasks that may not be exciting or crazy or all that, but I fulfilled what I need to do for that day, and I can be proud, I can feel fulfilled, I can feel a little bit of pride, satisfaction, and go to bed peace, sleep 7 hours, wake up, and then do it all over again. And that just really needs to be my mentality. Like, seriously, fuck the work, all this. It doesn't matter if I just can't get the simple things right that a normal young adult that I am now should be getting in, which is waking up, doing your morning routine, whatever it may be, at your stage of life, and then getting to work and focusing. Simple stuff like that, and just, of course, getting good sleep as well. By the way, like, past 5 days, I've actually been having pretty good sleep, at least stable sleep, and just stable morning routine. Past 5 days, I've been getting around 6-7 hours of sleep and waking up good enough that I can get up and also do my morning routine. So it's the 7th of March today, and I've done what I need to do today. But anyways, guys, gonna wrap it up. If you have stuck around, like, seriously, you're one of very, very rare few genuinely care about what I do, but if you guys are here now and you've watched the whole thing, and you played it like a podcast, did something in the background, I don't know, fold laundry or something, gone through this, you appreciate my insight, please let me know. Please let me know, whether it be 5 years from now, 1 year from now, or next month, whatever it is. Just let me know if you enjoy this kind of longer form stuff. I get it if you've skimmed through, it's totally fine. But if you've watched to the whole thing, I really just want to say you're an OG, and I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I respect you, and I really do appreciate you sticking around and watching this kind of content as I make my way up, the ladder of online business, and hopefully this year may be my breakthrough year. If not, totally fine. Next 1 or 2 years, and I hopefully move out by 19, 20. I think that's pretty fair. But if not, earlier is better. Totally fine. I think I'm more than mature enough to handle myself. But again, I just need to put in the work and make sure I hit my outreach targets as well. So yeah, as I kind of just ranted on for the past 3 minutes, trust me, I'm in a good mood. I'm not in any bad mood whatsoever. Past 5 days, I've actually been able to have 5 consecutive focused work days and wake up on time and do my morning routine. So I'm actually in a pretty good mood, to be honest. I'd love to hear what you think about these goal reports so far. I'll be continuing to stay consistent with just doing this every single month and adding it as a part of my goal of hitting 52 videos a year and eventually, hopefully, hitting 1,000 subscribers with that. Yeah, hopefully I'll increase the frequency so it's like about, at least I get closer to 100 videos than 52 videos, so that's at least 2 videos a week. But yeah, for now, just a little bit slow because of focus in the summer and the heat getting to me. But now it is autumn. I have no excuses. It is cold. I said the conditions ideal as I want it to be. Let's see if I'm bullshitting or I'm being honest with myself and telling you guys the truth. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you sticking around. And other than that, I'm going to end it off here. Hope you guys have a good month. It is Q2 now. It's Q2. So that is from April to June. Hope you guys have a good month. Hope you guys have a good 3 months. Hope you guys have a good Q2. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next goal report next month. I hope you have enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you very soon.